Good morning. We're following our little Advent thoughts from Tim Chester's book, The One True Story. Christmas time is known as a time for children. Certainly it's a time in the modern era when children are in their element, getting presents, looking forward to Santa Claus and everything that Christmas represents today. Christmas in the first century was something completely different. For when Christ was born, Herod, the king at the time and in that area, was sending out his soldiers to put to death every infant Hebrew child. He was doing that because he feared a rival to his throne. He'd heard about this king that was to be born. And so he ordered that every infant be destroyed. This action was not unprecedented. There's a word we've heard lots recently. But this was not unprecedented because it had happened before. Long ago, Jacob's family had grown into a great size, and they were being threatened by famine in their own land. And so God had orchestrated that Joseph would obtain a key position in the Egyptian hierarchy. And so they were able to flee to Egypt in order to be rescued. And they were rescued from famine in the land of Egypt. But over the years as they lived in Egypt, they grew not into a large family, but instead into a great nation. And again, the king of Egypt this time, Pharaoh, feared that these people would get too strong. And so he issues another order, just the same as the one Herod would do hundreds and hundreds of years later. And he's ordering that those infant children would be put to the sword. Just as Moses was rescued from that first kingly order to destroy children, so too Jesus was rescued by going into Egypt, because God gave Joseph, his earthly father, a dream. Matthew, when he's describing Herod's massacre of those children, quotes from Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 15, and it says here, "A voice is heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel is weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children because they are no more." And Rachel, of course, Jacob's wife, is known as the mother of Israel, the mother of the nation. And so here is represented the tears of the nation for the children that are being born. And Matthew quotes that when he's describing how Herod is putting these children to death. So what do we learn? What do we say? There's a pattern here. And what's happening is that Satan is trying to put to death, trying to crush the very family and the very nation that Jesus would be born into. He's trying to prevent the Saviour coming into the world. Here's the good news this Christmas time. Here's the reason for lots of joy this Christmas time. Because we remember that Jesus was given. Not only that, but this devil and Satan himself is defeated. His plans are thwarted. The Saviour comes. Moses is delivered, and he delivers the children out of Egypt. Jesus comes and delivers his children into salvation and into an eternity with God. Again, just a reason for joy at Christmas time. God wins. He has the victory. Sometimes it's easy to get down about our churches or about Christianity in general because we're against it. We're up against the wall, as it were, and we fear that we'll be wiped out and that we'll disappear. Not so. God has his plans, and his best plan is called Jesus. Remember that this Christmas time, and have joy. Amen.